proclamation was expressing grief for Elizabeth, and I wouldn't interrupt an act of grief for anyone, whatever I think of them. That's not something I do, and I remained silent through that part. But then the proclamation went on to say that we must now accept Charles III as our rightful liege lord, which is a medieval idea of somebody to whom you owe loyalty and subservience, as our only rightful king, and so on. And I find it hard to stomach that in the 21st century, anybody is being told that we must accept a head of state with no say at all in who that is, or that we must accept somebody as a liege lord, as if we were medieval peasants, and as a king. Speaking as a Christian, I see Jesus as my king, but I don't tell other people they have to accept him. And the notion that somebody should stand in this antiquated ceremony, declare somebody to be our liege lord and king, it's just a spit in the face of every principle of equality and human dignity and human equality and real democracy. So when this was said about Charles as Lord and King, I called out, who elected him? And I was at the back of the crowd. I doubt most people even heard me. The Oxford Mail, whose reporter was at the front, later reported there'd been an indistinct heckle. So, they couldn't even hear the words from the front. They just heard a bit of sound. A couple of people told me to shut up, it's fine. I said head of state's being imposed on us without our consent. And then 3 security guards came and stood right in front of me. One of them was like right in front of my face, and told me to be quiet. And I asked, and to be honest, had they not appeared, I'd probably have left it there and wandered off. But they, when they stood there in such a threatening way, I asked by what authority they required me to stop speaking, which they couldn't really answer. They just kept telling me to stop.